Hey there, Samitian here, and welcome back to Fallout 4. Last time, we brought a little boy back to his family, and they all lived happily ever after, and it was beautiful, and there were no technical problems whatsoever. Today, we finally got rid of Deacon because he's at max affinity, and I'm sick of his quips. I loved him for a while, and now I'm sick of him. So who are we bringing along today? We've got McCready. Never used him before. Um, I don't actually know what he likes. I think he's like survival based, like self-centered a little bit, so he might not like me being a goody two-shoes all the time. I guess we'll find out. If he starts hating me, I can just replace him with someone more Boy Scouty. This game doesn't really have a whole lot of quote-unquote evil companions. It's got one companion in the base game who I don't have yet, who's supposed to be like the bad one. And then it's got one companion from one of the DLCs who's pretty not a great person. So I assume he'll be fine with me doing good things for the most part. I don't know. We'll find out. So today we're going to start off by finishing this quest for the railroad to clear the hostiles at University Point. We started that a few episodes ago, and then we got distracted by various other things. Today we're going to finish it. I gave McCready one of my incendiary assault rifles. I figured setting things on fire should be pretty cool. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what he does. The main reason I bring a companion on is so that I can carry more stuff. That's what they are. They are a backpack, a moving backpack that yells at me for picking stuff up. Hi. Okay. Now, how far did I get in here? I got distracted by something happening in here, and I don't entirely remember how far I got. I definitely didn't do any of the interior. And I'm pretty sure I didn't come up here, but there's nothing up here, so it doesn't matter. I think I cleared the outside. And I was like over here? Yeah, that's where I left from. I think I was exploring this. I never went in here. Let's go into the University Credit Union. I love talking about student loans at the University Credit Union. There's a synth in here.
I can trust it. It's still there. It's just in a different.
Oh
Guess
no,
that
the
reminds you of
radio.
the old days.
It's now.
It does remind me of the old days.
Side of
I gotta turn that radio off. How do I get to the other side of this building? Not through here, apparently. I guess I go through a different door to get to the other side. I definitely went in here, okay, but I didn't go in here. I probably didn't even finish clearing this building.
That's it.
This door not being able to be opened via lockpicking is interesting. I guess it makes sense, but... Okay, turn this off. Shut up, Travis. I still need to do Travis's quest. I don't really want to, though. I kind of like him being an awkward little wiener. Feel like it fits him pretty well. Post-quest, Travis is an asshole. I'm gonna get so much pre-war money from this credit union. It's gonna be great.
Pleasant change than having to look over your shoulder.
Grady seems to like this arrangement so far. That's good. It's nice to have someone with me who appreciates me having their back.
Got it.
Unauthorized access is forbidden. Well, being a bad boy. Doing the forbidden things. Looting the bank, McCready. We're gonna get so much money. Yeah, of course it's already looted. Everything's already looted. Is there even anything good in here? One ammo box. A couple of cap stashes. Oh, some of these are openable.
Got it.
Some garbage. A master safe that's going to have the same thing as in the other safe, but maybe like slightly more valuable.
Sweet.
Not even slightly more valuable, just less valuable than the other one. Whatever, at least I'm getting EXP from picking the locks, right? I need to figure out what McCready likes.
That's it.
Button. Oh. What do we have down here? Prototype
Look around carefully. There has to be something valuable in here.
UP-77
Nice.
Limitless Potential. Unlimited ammo capacity. Oh. I mean, it's not a bad legendary effect. Alright, is this talking about that gun that I just got? Research logs. L. Matthews. Oh, the U.S. Army was here. Progress on the project has been slow so far, mostly because the Dean has been having Professor Campbell tailed to try to figure out where the lab is. Curtis brought up the idea of giving us unrestricted access to the lab, but Professor Campbell said that he needs to make sure things are established and safe first. Thus far, we've had trouble in containing the plasmon scattering from the electron beam. I've checked and rechecked the professor's calculations, and they seem good, but it just doesn't replicate in our practicals. So they were working with one of the professors here to make this gun. Progress has improved now that Curtis and I have full access to the lab. My parents think I've gotten a job at the credit union and have been rushing me to go into banking. If they knew Mr. Rivera is actually a sergeant undercover, they would flip. We've been having much better results with containing the plasmon since we decided to try focusing the electron beam down to 200 nanometers? I don't know. The scattering patterns are showing up with much better grouping on the cathodoluminescence graph. Are they just making shit up, or are these actual words? At this scale, it may not end up being any good for reactor containment, but we might at least be able to improve energy consumption for small industrial or weaponry uses. Can't believe Professor Campbell used my birthday as the password, or that Curtis had to look it up. Okay, so they weren't originally working on a gun. They were originally working on containment fields for nuclear reactions. I don't know what's going on out there. Curtis and I were in early on Saturday so we could try and get through the day's experiments in time to go catch a movie when we heard the sirens. Some sort of EMP knocked out the power for a few minutes, and Sergeant Rivera told us to stay in the lab and not to leave till he gave us the all clear. But it's been 3 days and we can hear explosions going off. Professor Campbell was supposed to be in around noon but never showed up, and our friends and parents are out there. Curtis says everything will be okay, but I can see in his eyes that he's just trying to keep it together. We've been in here a few weeks now, according to the date on the terminal. An explosion took out the tunnel to the parking garage just after I made my last log entry. It's quieter, but every few hours we still hear explosions. We decided to try and continue the research. If we were at war, it might help, and if nothing else, it will help us pass the time. I've been thinking that if we adjust the angle to the parabolic reflector and focus the electron beam even further, it might get us what we need. Professor Campbell had the lab stocked with plenty of food and water, so we should be safe here for at least a few more weeks. Small scale seemed to be the right direction. We brought the wavelength down to around 75 nm and have been getting a pretty impressive capture rate. Both of the prototypes are running at a much higher capacity. We ran out of food a couple days ago and only have a couple cans of water left, so we have no choice but to leave the lab. We have no idea what we'll find out there, if anyone is still alive, but we decided to leave one of the prototypes here in case Professor Campbell made it out so he'd know we'd finished it. Maybe it's a futile gesture, but Curtis agreed with me. He asked me to marry him. If there's anything left out there, I said yes. Aw, that's sweet. Love can bloom in the apocalypse.
This looks promising.
I mean, we did get a cool, unique
Good.
gun.
You can always use more ammo.
I love new gun. Even if it's not one that I'm probably ever going to use. Okay, so he said this tunnel's collapsed? Yeah. There's a bucket here they probably used for doing their business, I assume. Alright. That was cool. Getting a unique weapon is more than I expected to get out of this building. Okay, did I finish looting this building before I got distracted by whatever I got distracted by that led me to the child? Apparently not, since the synth was still unlooted, or maybe I just missed him. Is this new? Yeah, this is new. I know I could play it through the terminal. I want to play it like this.
As head of the town council, I call this meeting to order. In attendance this evening, we have Perry Owens, Gerald Spencer, Sylvia Cooper, and myself, Bert Strickland, as acting council head.
Bert, what is all this about? I've got wheat that needs bringing in.
Yesterday, I received a very disturbing visitor. I managed to record part of the conversation. It's probably best if you all hear it. I don't see anything about that in my records. What was it you said you wanted again?
Don't toy with me. We know a girl here found some pre-war data related to energy research, and you're gonna give it to us.
I really have no idea what data you think we have. We're just farmers and fishers. I'd be happy to ask around for you. Please, just lower the gun.
Look, I'm a reasonable man, but the Institute wants that data. You got 2 days to get it for me, and then we do this the hard way. Oh God, Jacqueline.
What has your daughter done, Gerald?
She's been saying that she was close to finding something in those old terminals she fixes up. But I don't think she actually found anything.
Bullshit. Now, I overheard her talking to that trader last week. Something about getting 10 times the price for something if she sold it in Diamond City.
Look, just let me talk to her. See if she actually has this data or not.
Pete, sit down. We all need to remain calm about this. I need you all to keep this to yourselves for now. The last thing we need is to start a panic.
Alright, it sounds like someone found pre-war data that the Institute was interested in, which explains why all the synths are here. I thought this used to be a hideout for the railroad. Isn't that part of this quest? Yeah, this was Randolph's safe house. Alright, what else do we got in here? Meeting brought to all these are corrupted, I assume. Okay, I got a password for the vault. Special session brought to order. May address this town regarding visitor. Visitor claims to be agent of the Institute. Claims the settlement is in possession of valuable pre-war tech. Heard that it was found by a girl, Jacqueline Spencer. Floor open for discussion. Gladys Maxwell asks how we can be sure this isn't a trick. Pete Owens suggests that Jacqueline be given up to spare the town. Gerald Spencer threatens Pete. Minor fight breaks out, quickly quelled. Mayor gains order. Issue to be brought to vote tomorrow night. Meeting adjourned. Well, that probably didn't go very well. What order do I read these in? 8, 12, 17, 42. These are all the same. They all the same date and time. Mayor Strickland, Betty said that Martha told her you've been having secret meetings with agents from the Institute and agreed to give them our children. Then Will told me he heard somewhere that the Institute have a nuke planted somewhere and they are going to detonate if we don't give them the whole harvest. What is going on? Mayor Strickland, I asked Martha to wait and see what you and the council figure out rather than going on rumors, but well, you know how she is. I'm sure you got an earful. I know I have. Look, it's not my place to say really, but I think you'd better try to get ahead of this. Martha and Perry are spreading rumors pretty fast, so you'd probably better call a town meeting. Mayor Strickland, what is all this I've been hearing about how the Institute is going to attack if we don't give them Jacqueline? I understand that your children are grown and moved away, but I have children here. How dare you keep information like this from us? We have a right to know about threats to our safety. Bert, I wish you had come to me about this first. My daughter is a smart girl, and you know that. Heck, she's the one who figured out how to wire into the old university mail relay in the first place. What proof do we have that this guy was from the Institute anyway? If she told some traitor she had some valuable data, that guy might be working with your visitor. This is probably just a con, but now you've got Perry involved and he's going to be out for blood. God damn it, Bert, I can't believe you're hiding behind the council charter at a time like this. That damn Spencer girl is the one who brought the Institute down on us. If we can't give them what they want, they will wipe us off the map. These kids may not believe in them, but I know your sister was killed by synths. She doesn't give over the data they want. I say give her to them. They can take it out on her hide instead of ours. Well, nothing went well here for them, but that's fine. It's good for us. That means we can loot. I love looting. We can get all this fun razor grain to make noodle cups, which we definitely need now. Yeah, this is a lot of razor grain. I wish I came here while I was still playing on survival. Okay.
This is just about the worst place for us to be standing right now.
Don't worry, no one's here. We'll be fine. We're both in power armor, McCready. You should know how powerful power armor is because...
Is someone present?
Oh.
Attacking.
Hi.
Wow, they're not going to need that stuff anymore.
They sure aren't. You should know how powerful power armor is, because... Did the Lone Wanderer canonically use power armor? I don't know if that's a canon thing. It might not be a canon thing. I feel like the ending cutscene has him outside of power armor, just like walking in Fallout 3. Well, let's pretend the Lone Wanderer canonically used power armor when he went to Little Lamplight. Alright, I can't go up there. These fake-ass buildings with their fake-ass top floors. Creedy's stuck in the geometry. Okay, I definitely never came in here. Cement for me? I don't even know if I need cement for anything. I feel like I don't really need anything anymore. I'm good on, like, everything. I have a lot of ammo. I have the capability to make more ammo. For this gun, at least. Maybe not for this one. I don't think I can make plasma cartridges. I don't think that's something that you can do. Or if you can, I don't think I have the ability to do it just yet. That scared the shit out of me, the fusion core getting removed. I'm down to 76 fusion cores. Very low.
Need any ammo? I have some to spare.
I feel like I have plenty, thanks, McCready. Need to find out what you like. Both in and outside of dialogue. Maybe you like drugs. If I take a drug, will you be happy?
Sylvia, I don't care what Bert says. People have a right to know what kind of danger they're in. Look, the youngsters may think the Institute is just a ghost story. But I know you're old enough to remember the attacks.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I picked the lock in this thing restarted. Hold up. Don't pick locks.
Sylvia, I don't care what Bert says. People have a right to know what kind of danger they're in. Look, the youngsters may think the Institute is just a ghost story, but I know you're old enough to remember the attacks. I know you feel for the girl, but she brought the trouble down on us. She and her father need to answer for it. If we give the Institute what they want, or just give them the girl even, maybe they'll leave us alone.
Okay, I did go through there. I think the only place left to go is the main building. So let's head inside and kill some more synths. You know, liberation. We're liberating them from their pathetic existences. We're helping. Alright, McCready. We're gonna take this slow. Take it slow. I've got all these stealth perks now, so we're gonna be super stealthy. What was that tension trigger attached to? What was that tension trigger attached to? I don't see any traps or anything. Huh. Oh, it was attached to this. This is mine now, if I can target the damn thing. There we go.
Hello.
Yeah, sneaking around in power armor just doesn't work. It's not, even with all of the sneak perks, it just doesn't work. I'm gonna need to, if I do ever want to
My
sneak,
scanners must be malfunctioning.
I'm going to need to make a set of armor for sneaking. Not like a sneak armor, but like just any kind of non-power armor. Gerald is the father of the girl who found the stuff, right? Alright. I just wanted to try and brute force it. There we go.
Yes.
Josephine, I don't know what to do. Our daughter found something in the ruins, some sort of data. A man came to town and said he was from the Institute. He threatened the mayor and the town is in an uproar. We don't know if this guy is real or not, but he seems dangerous and the rumors around town are almost worse. Someone accused Jacqueline of being a synth. People she's grown up with her whole life and now they want to give her to this man or throw her out of town or worse. You would be so proud, Jack. That's what she likes to go by now. Well, she found your old notes about the mail relay and begged me for weeks to take her into the flooded area when I went to hunt lurks so she could try to find the parts she needed. Well, she must have found what you had been looking for, because she actually got this mail relay thing working. We can send each other letters across town. Not sure why we wouldn't just walk over and talk to the person, but it's certainly more than I was doing at 14. Josephine, it's been 3 years since you died, and I still think about you every single day. I wish you could see how much Jacqueline has grown. Last week was her 6th birthday, and I gave her your old toolbox like you had always planned. Next day, I found that she had disassembled half the stuff in the store. She looks so much like you now. I miss you so much. Why are these in reverse order? It's so annoying. Are these all the same? No. Gerald, I'm not saying this as the mayor, but as your friend. I don't know if the visitor was from the Institute or not, but I do know what a dangerous man looks like, and I don't want to call his bluff. Our people are scared and looking for someone to blame. It does seem like Jacqueline was the seed of this mess, so keep her out of sight till we get this sorted out. If your daughter does have that data, we should have it ready to turn over if need be. Gerald, how many times have I told you that daughter of yours would be the end of you? I've told you 1,000 times no good has ever come from messing with pre-war gobbledygook. If she were my daughter, I would have beaten some sense into her years ago. I'm almost glad Josephine isn't alive to see what a wreck your family has become. Shame on you, Gerald Spencer. If my boys come to harm from this, I will beat you to death myself. Jesus Christ, this woman's terrible. Gerald, you know I love Jacqueline like she was my own granddaughter. It breaks my heart to say this, but I think the two of you should leave town. Just run for it. Leave the Commonwealth. You're still young enough to start over, and Jack is as smart as can be. I still hear more than people think, and I'm not hearing anything good. Even if this visitor is an imposter, sus, I fear our own neighbors may turn in on you first.
Always thought those computers were a waste of time.
But they have lore. What the hell did I just say? Is this Gerald? Probably. I need to read the lore.
Hostiles, your stealthy attack was unsuccessful, and now you must die.
Yeah, my stealth didn't go very good. I get it.
Now it's just starting to have fun.
Okay, do I need to go outside? Is there anything on this balcony? Let's find out. Looks like no. I mean, there's a synth up here. Alright, McCready, back in. So, she found something in a flooded section of the building, so maybe we should be looking for a flooded section on the outside after we're done in here.
Nice.
This person locked themselves inside and seemed to be having a fine time of it. Why are they dead?
Door's chained up on the other end.
I wonder how old all these messages are. Like, is this before this place was turned into the railroad safe house? I mean, I assume it was. It was wiped out by synths, and then the railroad came in and took over the pieces, picked up the pieces. Okay, this is probably Jacqueline's workshop, judging by all of the cool stuff laying around. Saw ammo. Where did I see it? Aha.
Bingo.
Energy weapons permanently inflict plus 5% critical damage. Well, I am using an energy weapon right now. So I'm not seeing a corpse in here, so Jacqueline probably got out. That's good. Assuming that is Jacqueline's room. I am kind of making an assumption. And you know what they say about assumptions. Don't do it.
I am the victim. Found you. Be warned.
Why were you just laying down here? Just laying down in the corner. Do synths do that? They just lay around in the corner?
Sweet.
One thing I do really like about not playing on survival is that ammo doesn't have weight, so I can just collect all of the ammo that I want. Like, look at all this crap. I've got so much random garbage that I'm not going to need to use, that I'm not going to use anytime soon, like 13 mini nukes. One day I'm going to take a fat man, and it's going to be great. Here's Jack's terminal. Skulls.
Okay. First, I want to say I'm sorry, Dad. I knew I was onto something big, and thought I'd see what a trader would pay if I found it. I had no idea that the Institute would be after any of this. And now the whole town is in trouble. I know you told me not to worry, but I just know that the town is gonna vote to throw us out, or worse. I wasn't lying when I said I didn't have the data, despite what Mr. Owens and his cronies think. That's why I have to go back in. I know the key is in there, I just need to put the pieces together. It's something with that professor. If I can find it, maybe I can give the Institute what they want, and they'll just leave us alone.
Maybe they were looking for what the professor was researching with those two students in the vault. This one's in chronological order. Probably. Mom's birthday was yesterday. Dad and I left flowers on her grave. He was telling stories about her, and I kind of mentioned that I don't really remember what she looked like anymore. He said it was okay, but I can hear him sobbing in his room. I can't take this right now. I'm going to go scavenging in the flooded area. I still haven't replaced my secondary hard disk after it blew out last week. Maybe I can find a new one. Sylvia also said that her network port has been acting up. Looks like Dad has stopped crying. Hope he didn't realize I snuck back there and by myself. I've gotten so good that the lurks didn't even know I'm there. I didn't manage to find a replacement part for Sylvia, but I did manage to pull a hard disk out of a large console in one of the lecture halls. Some of the data on it even seems to be intact. I'm going to poke around before I reformat. Who knows, maybe there's something interesting on it. Oh man, this is big. I managed to get part of the data off that hard disk, and it seems to be some research about reactor efficiency. Part of it was corrupt, but I might be able to find the rest somewhere else. There was a caravan passing through, so I figured I'd see what I might get if I could find the rest of it. He said to the right person that kind of thing might be worth several hundred caps. We agreed to a 25-75 cut if he can find a buyer. Now I just need to figure out how to get the rest of the data. Okay, so the professor was working on reactor efficiency, which is probably what the Institute was looking for, since they were working on Phase 3 of their plan to get that nuclear reactor up and running. Ugh, I haven't been able to make any progress with finding the data, and the lurks have started laying eggs again. And to make matters worse, Dad just got back from some council meeting and somehow found out I've been searching the flooded area. He locked everything up and said I'm not allowed to do any scavenging. I tried to explain about the data, and he listened, but then started acting weird and told me to go to my room and not to come down until he sorts things out. What is going on? Oh god, what did I do? I've been getting mail from everyone in town saying that the Institute is coming and asking if it's my fault. Someone even accused me of being a synth. Somehow they must have found out about the reactor research, but it's not even complete. Dad said that it was probably just some scammer or a raider trying to trick us, but I don't know. What if it really is the Institute? I need to get back in there and find that data somehow. Jacqueline, I'm serious. No more scavenging until this thing with the council blows over. I know people are scared, but I think this guy the mayor talked to is just a con man. The Institute hasn't shown up in a long time. Why would they now? I've been calming things down around town, and I think I've got enough support that I can block anything crazy in the vote tonight. I'm not mad at you, but I want you to stay home and just don't stir anything up right now. Love, Dad. Do you have any idea what you've done? You dumb brats think that just because they haven't attacked anyone in years that it's something we all made up, but now the Institute is going to come and kill us all. Did you even think about that, you selfish little bitch? Your father says you don't have this data they're after, but if that's actually the case, then for all we know, you're actually working for the Institute. Alright. Deleted all these mails. Don't leave your home. It's not your fault. What actually happened? You synth bitch. Not going to die for you. Alright, probably should open this door. Yeah.
First we're going to get soaked, then we're going to get cold.
Yeah, calm down, McCready.
We're miserable enough already.
Okay, so that leads to the flooded section. I don't know if I can jump down there with my power armor. Maybe it'll be fine. Just do a little quick looty scooty down here. Pick up some ammo that I'm never going to use. Student records. Read more lore. World Undergrudge. Oh, Lord. Do any of these have anything interesting on them? Probably not, right? No. Hold up. Okay. We got something. Not that any of this is probably helpful. And this Otis has a 1.9 GPA. It's fucking terrible. Alright, good. Good talk. Very good information that I just got there. Can I open this from down here? Yes, actually. Okay, so this is the flooded section. And I probably can just go through here with my power armor. It appears to be a slow burn. I love just standing next to really low health enemies and killing them. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm probably going to find Jacqueline's corpse down here. If I had to guess. Hi.
Let's get it on! Find anything useful on him?
Not really, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm probably not going to find anything interesting down here. If I had to guess, I'll get like a key to that safe that I unlocked.
Nice.
That had the button in it to go into the research lab. So I feel like I've done this place like a little bit out of order, but that's fine. Come on, Hatch. Yeah. That's funny. Okay, these people were probably dead before the war? I don't know. I'm sort of just guesstimating. It's hard to tell because skeletons. Yeah, it's hard to tell who's pre-war and who's, like, early post-war. Is this quest done yet? That's a little concerning. Maybe I need to kill all the Mirelurks? Or maybe there's gonna be synths in here too? Hi.
I'm feeling eyes on my back.
Oh, legendary.
That's how we do things around here.
+1 agility and perception.
Safety off. I think we have company.
I wish I had more legendary power armor. Just like some effects. Some stat boosting effects would be nice. Like on normal pieces of armor, like cunning, that would be cool. It's just there's a lot of armor that I'm using that doesn't have any legendary effects on it, which is annoying. I don't even know if I would use it unless it was also like good power armor though, is the thing.
Yes.
The Dean's Terminal. You said to contact you if I saw Professor Campbell doing anything strange. Well, he's been going to the Student Credit Union most evenings, which seems a little weird. Also, I saw him and Leslie Matthews going over there on Saturday on my way to basketball practice. Isn't she one of his grad students? Oh, and Sandra said he'd been asking in student records to find out Leslie's birthday. What's up with that? So, could we meet to talk about that academic probation now? Henry Mitchell. Dean Patterson, I'm sorry, sir, but I wasn't able to get Colonel Rosemont on the phone for you. They kept redirecting my call for hours, and when I finally reached him and asked to put you on, he just said that he would save you both the time and confirm that you don't have clearance, and hung up the phone. I tried to call back, but they said that he's not taking any more calls right now, and that if you want to speak to him, you'll need to drive out to the base. Sorry, Alan, but the deal is done. As Legal has probably told you by now, the military tends to get a bit upset if you try to wiggle out of a contract for them. And no, I can't tell you where the lab is or what my research is about because you don't have the clearance. I'll need to take that up with Colonel Rosemont. Why are you making this personal? The university is making a bunch of money on this, and the research may be declassified eventually, in which case it would make you even more. Dean Patterson, do you know what exactly the Army is constructing under the admin building? They're making an awful lot of noise with those jackhammers. They told me I had to go through Professor Campbell for inquiries, but he said it was classified. I asked if he had authorized this, and he said to check his contract. Well, Legal did, and said that it's kind of a gray area that his lawyer added during negotiations. They also said that they tried to bring it up to you at that time, but that you went ahead and signed it anyways. I hope that grant money is worth all this hassle. Alan, I'm under no illusions that the real reason you wanted to bring me on as the head of the department was for my business contacts from the private sector. Just accept the grant money and let me do my research. I'm sure you'll skim some off for a new scoreboard or something equally useless. Oh, and I'm certain when you get back from your vacation and read this, you'll check my contract and find that I do have the authority to negotiate and accept grants for my department. Enjoy Maui. There's a safe. What's in the safe? Drugs. Very good.
Got it.
This building is larger than I thought it was. Oh wait, no, this is the outside. Or not the outside, the front. Okay, so that's just a shortcut into here. What am I looking for in here? I swear I should be able to find, like, a key or something. No, wait, the password is her birthday. Maybe I needed to... Wait, the password to the safe? No, but... Maybe that birthday, there was her birthday in the building I looked at, or the computer I looked at.
Combat initiated.
That's what I call a confirmed kill. Shh. I swear I heard something.
Primary sensor critically.
What a waste of time.
Okay, I'm being pointed towards the last two things that I need to kill now, which is good.
Make vacuum cleaners for a reason, you know.
How do you know what a vacuum cleaner is? Why are you out there? How did you get out there? Creedy's just teleporting all over the place and expecting me to be okay with this. You know who else teleports all over the place, McCready? Synths. Are you a synth, McCready? Yeah, you're not a synth. I believe in you. You'd tell me if you were a synth, right?
That's it.
Okay, the last two things I need to kill are in this general direction, so let's go kill them. I'm stealthing. This is what stealthing looks like.
You must die now. Shutting
Okay,
down.
that looked like it hurt.
I don't think they can feel pain. Not the Gen 1s, anyways. Oh, he's coming.
And there you are.
Alright. Now I can report back to Desdemona, but first let me loot everything that I can loot. Ah. Yeah, this is Jack. She died. Let's read her note. Oh god, the Institute is here. I can hear them fighting outside. Dad, I figured out where the data is, but I think I'm too late. I'm sorry. Alright, so... this will probably give us some information. Took me forever to figure out what you meant about Leslie's birthday. It was a good idea, but we haven't been dating that long. I had to look it up in the student records in the front office. Don't tell her that. Anyway, while I was there, I overheard that Dean Patterson has an alumni dinner this weekend, so you should be out of your hair. See you Saturday. Curtis Marsh. I've got you now, you snake. You think I wouldn't notice how often you visit the Student Credit Union? I'm sure it's merely a coincidence that your graduate student, Miss Matthews, is always on shift when you have to get something from your safe. You think it wouldn't reach me that you and she disappeared for hours in the safe? And you didn't tell me what the construction was and what your research is about. I will be going straight to the press and the police. Professor Campbell, I understand the need for secrecy, sir, but don't you think that we could get more work done if you give Leslie and I access to the research without you having to be there? That accident was weeks ago, and you said yourself it was due to a bad fuse. Leslie said she saw the dean skulking around following you yesterday and is going to get harder to get work done if he is tailing you all the time. Colonel Rosemount sounded pretty serious about wanting the research as soon as possible. God damn it, Stuart, you aren't worming your way out of this. This Colonel Rosemount you insisted I need clearance from is nearly as insufferable as you are. When I went to see him, he claimed your research was classified and he had me escorted from the base. You think you're so clever, but I know this is just one of your old army buddies helping you pull a trick. Don't think I won't be talking to our lawyers. Mr. Campbell, first of all, you do not have my permission to call me by my first name. I am the dean here, and you would do well to remember that. Secondly, what is this I've been hearing about you and officers from the Army performing unauthorized construction under the administrative building while I was on vacation? This is absolutely unacceptable. You will explain to me at once what the meaning of this is and what you are researching. Mr. Campbell, it has come to my attention that you were contacted by the Army regarding your research. I am the one running this university, and I have the right to know and approve all research programs. I know that your colleagues hold you in high regard, and that when we brought you on last year, your contract guaranteed you tenure, but you don't want to make an issue of this with me. I am leaving this afternoon on my vacation, but when I get back in 2 weeks, I expect to be fully appraised of the research. Why are these in reverse order? I'm so angry. Really, Alan? You're going through my terminal now? I told you that my research was classified. Quit being a pathetic worm and just mind your own business. File corruption. Grade vacuum tube circuit layouts and in-class review for the midterm. Continue lecture from last week about sub-wavelength phenomena and plasmatic excitations. Discuss how these concepts may be used in the future for more optimized circuitry. Remind Curtis that she should find out when Leslie's birthday is and that she wanted to meet him at the credit union at 7 p.m. Okay, so we did get we got what we needed. We learned the lore. Jack's dead. Very sad. The Institute wiped them all out for the research that... Oh, Lord McCready. That wasn't even in the room that I found. All that was there was a gun. Is this the elevator shaft from... Yes, okay. The front of the building. Oh, I can unchain this now. Oh, no, it's not. It's a different elevator. Is it? No, it's the same elevator, probably. I don't know. It's hard to tell. There's nothing left alive in here. Let me finish looting, and then we'll go turn in this quest to Desdemona. feel like I'm missing something in here. I did that room. Maybe I'm not missing anything. Maybe I've done everything? Let me double check this floor. No, I did this floor too. Yeah, I think I've done everything in here. Alright, time to leave. I'm gonna leave out that door upstairs just in case it's got something cool on the outside. Probably not. Did I go down here? Yeah, I did. Okay. Time to leave. Oh, and I can sprint now. I remember I was having trouble sprinting yesterday for some reason. I would press shift and it would just immediately stop my sprint. And I still don't know why that happened. It might have had something to do with all the problems I was having with saving. This building was a lot harder to, well, not harder, but a lot longer to explore than I thought it was going to be.
Don't make me poke through all this garbage.
Don't worry, I'll do all the poking through the garbage. It's what I do. Is there anything on the outside of this building for me to loot before I go back to the Railroad HQ? Whoops. There is. There's a safe. You know how much I love looting.
Yes.
Okay, that's where I came out of. I want to explore the top of this building, like the roof. You know, the thing that normal people call the top of a building, the roof. I doubt there's anything up here, but I'm allowed to go up here, so I want to go up here. If I could stop getting pushed off this ramp. Yeah, it does not look like there's anything up here. There's some fake birds being fake and birds. Oh fuck. This is fine. This is probably okay. There's got to be a way out of the water, right? I could just fast travel if there wasn't. That scared me though. Oh, I knocked whatever was on this toilet off. Hopefully it wasn't important. More egg. Why did that one not get Tesla'd? Maybe it was too close to me? No, you're just not getting Tesla'd for some reason. Hello? Wait, I don't have the Tesla armor. He has the Tesla armor, right? No, I do. On my torso, I have the ability to shock things near me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, some of them just die, but some of them, for some reason, don't. What's that about? Alright, let's go turn this quest into Desdemona. Hello.
Desdemona.
A word. Patriot didn't make it out of the Institute. He died during the evacuation. Are we clear?
There's more to this story.
No, there isn't. It was a tragic accident. Read this letter, and then destroy it. We won't talk about this again.
Oh. That's a little unfortunate. You betrayed me. Me, after all I did for you. I trusted you. I risked everything to help you. And this is how you repay me? My father is dead. Everyone I loved and cared about was vaporized or lost in this barren, irradiated shithole because of you. I used to feel sorry for you. You lost your son. You missed out on every moment of his life. Now I see it's only what you deserved. I cannot live with myself. Due to my stupid trust in you, I've destroyed humanity's best hope for the future. If there's any fairness in the world, you'll never get a good night's sleep in what remains of your hopefully short, miserable life. Liam. Well, that's unfortunate. You know, Des, you could have just not shown me that letter. Oh. We're having a funeral for him.
We're all here. We knew that taking the fight to the Institute would cost us. We lost many. Great heroes, like High-Rise and Glory. But many others as well. But this last blow is an especially painful one. An unfair one. Patriot. For many years, Patriot was our secret weapon. He helped dozens of synths escape to freedom, at a time when each victory was as precious as it was perilous. And his final sacrifice helped usher in a new, better life for a whole people. We will bury him in a place of honor. That is all.
Patriot was... I need a moment.
Yoink.
You're really thorough. You know that?
That one sounded even more sarcastic than usual, and I love that. Hi, I'm here to turn in my quest.
Patriot a great debt.
Yeah, we got it.
I cleared out some Gen 1s for Randolph Safe House.
Randolph is still operational? Finally, some good news. We thought they were another casualty of the switchboard disaster, but Randolph's been dark for too long. It'll be controversial, but we have to put them under quarantine.
We should contact them directly.
That's just too risky. The whole thing could be an Institute trap. So instead, we play it safe and slow. We help them out and buy time to verify they really are our people. Our only communication with Randolph is going to be by dead drop. Check in periodically with Drummer Boy. He coordinates the dead drops for us. Thanks.
Hell yeah, 100 caps. And... quest complete? Yeah! Alright, that's gonna do it for today. Next time, we talk to Drummer Boy and get the next part of the quest, maybe? I don't know. Very sad about Patriot. Yeah, very sad. Look, Liam, it had to be done. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.